right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game number 2. And again, ECX now up 2-0 as we talked about going right before the break right there. It is a tough spot now if you're Complexity. I mean, you're already down 1-0 coming into the series, but now losing the first game, this is it. You lose one more, it is officially over, and ECX will be the Han Tour Season 4 playoff champions going to Thailand. Complexity is one game at a time, though, and it starts with this one right here in this best-of-5 series. So looking forward to seeing what happens. I'm joined by Znui as well as Insania once again here on the broadcast. So it's
all cool. Hellbringer on Complexity side, 100% win percentage. Let's go. Comeback is real.
I don't know if the 100% win percentage stands, but it's got to be pretty high.
Are you sure?
But Fuzzy Sloth plays it great, and obviously it's a comfortable hero. So, that kind of goes back to what we were bringing up near the end there is, again, Fuzzy playing the Deadwood, not really a hero that we see him play a lot. Now he's going to be playing Hellbringer, which you assume at least. Something he plays very well and has played often. So that's already, I think, a better start in a sense there for Complexity. But Hellbringer into Andromeda. What was the different ban with that said? Ophelia and Tundra by ECX. Wild Soul and Warbeast by Complexity. Okay, it might have been Wild Soul, but anywho. Insania, are you with us? Right.
I am,
right,
and
cool.
I'm trying to make sense of this Hellbringer pick. I hear what you guys are saying, and I know Fuzzy was in Twitch chat after the last series saying, "Don't give me Hellbringer unless you want to lose." So obviously there's a lot of confidence going on there, and I'm trying to think, like, ECX, they're not really a team that first picks Hellbringer that often. And I think for them, both Magnus and Andromeda are higher value picks. So I'm just trying to, I'm a little bit stuck on that right now. But I think this is good for Complexity. It's comfort. What I think you need to look out for with picking Hellbringer this early on to the game is that literally every pick that comes after is going to be in response to knowing that you have a Hellbringer. So you have the opportunity to pick heroes that are good against it, relatively. Like, I'm not going to say he gets countered entirely, but heroes that can deal with them somewhat well. So even if Complexity might have a 100% win record with Hellbringer, when you pick it this early on in a draft, you're not really putting yourself in that situation that you normally put yourself in when you pick a Hellbringer later on as a response to what you've already seen them have.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's definitely there. And so Complexity, though, that perhaps just how confident they are with the hero. So they get that. They get the Magnus. Magebane's second pick for ECX to go with the Andromeda. So Imba Boy going to be on the Magebane this game around, you'd suspect here. And now back to Complexity. Imba Boy already using a bit of time here as far as extra time goes, only down to 23 seconds.
I think they considered numerous of forest heroes. Like, as we can see in the blind bans, a lot of them were banned, Wild Soul, Ophelia, and Warbeast, but there are still a few viable ones, like Parasite. We saw Tempest in the last series as well. Potential candidates, but they're actually going to value the Magebane, which is quite surprising to me, picking him up this early, especially when you combine him with an Andromeda. But we'll see. I would assume that Imba Boy is going to play this in the solo lane, one-on-one, versus potentially Oscar on a Magnus. So I guess it will turn out fine.
Yeah, Complexity now spending about a little bit of time here, down to 30 seconds. So a couple of options there going through. It looks like Sandwraith, the one they end up with.
Oh, that's one scary-looking teamfight composition over at the Complexity side. I would not want a teamfight versus that. Question is now, what do you do?
It's greedy in the laning phase. It is a greedy laning phase draft.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I see.
But
all I see right now is weak safe lane, vulnerable mid laner, and like Oscar's non-laning off-lane Magnus. That's what I'm seeing. Like, that's in my head as a drafter. That's what I'm thinking now. I'm like, okay, so these are the things that I need to punish. I need to try to abuse the fact that, you know what, they're not setting up very strong lanes. They are vulnerable to roams. And ECX in the past have been very good with counter warding at the start of the game.
Yeah, going down to the wire there. But yeah, Lord South Force is going to be their pick here on their side. So does that necessarily punish any of the picks? It doesn't feel like it.
No, I feel like right now the approach is like, let's get so tanky. Because, so Sandwraith, I've talked about this before, but he's really good when there's a lot of squishier heroes, when there's a lot of those like intelligence heroes, those agility heroes that don't really have a lot of HP. And the mock-up Brilliance can just do a ton of damage, especially with the meta build right now where you go into Restoration Stone right afterwards. It needs to be something that really gets affected by that mock damage. And Self-Forest is one of those heroes that doesn't really care. He gets health regeneration from a bunch of illusions. He gets the W, that life tap that gives him a bunch of HP on hits. So the mock doing damage over time doesn't really affect him too much. So I think that's the approach, that's the mindset. Self-Forest is a good pick against Sandwraith for that
It
reason.
doesn't cancel any portal keys either so far for the Hellbound side.
Yeah. So I think, and it's like, again, Hellbringer's burst stun, it doesn't really affect Self-Forest. He's not going to die during that anyways, and he can heal himself up from whatever damage over time that he takes. So this is a good Self-Forest game. I think Lord Self-Forest is honestly one of the best heroes in Han right now, or like highest value picks. Yeah. So I think this is a good position that ECX are in draft-wise. They have an approach that they're going for. Obviously, it's different to what I was thinking about, but they're picking heroes that teamfight well against what Complexity is picking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one more band now. Pebbles, Tempest, Prisoner, Parasite, and Lodestone bands. You see ECX favoring more of the jungles.
Nah. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you have left if you're what you got? Engineer? Is he still there?
I guess. I mean, you could run him a dual lane with the Magnus, have Hellbringer in the mid, and Sandwraith and Empath in the safe lane.
Jungle Engie, yo.
I think Mbaboy is saying go shy lane, long lane, or pick deadlift. That's your two options. That's what Mbaboy is trying to say to Complexity here with his bans, because from my eyes, it's only deadlift that's open that I know that Complexity really likes to run. And if they pick engineer, I hope it's not a jungle engineer. I've seen it, but I don't believe in it at all. But I really hope that it's like laning NG.
Magnus NG.
Step one down. They picked NG. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we saw this similar in the last series. I think it was versus a Mage Bane as well. Exact same lineup. Magnus Engineer tried to outbox a Mage Bane. Didn't work as planned. Mage Bane got full experience and landed on like 250 gold per minute. They weren't able to bring him down with the damage that they had. Not until they reached level 4, level 5.
I think it's mostly just about slowing down the Mage Bane's farm. If Sandwraith's farming at 400 GPM and Mage Bane's at 250, you're an advantage at the start. Like, instead of Behemoth having 120 GPM instead of 200. Like, it's that trade-off. Do we rather give Behemoth another 100 GPM, or do we rather give Mage Bane that 100 GPM? Where do we put our support? And I think when you're running, like, this kind of hard carry versus hard carry style, of course, the end-all be-all is going to be, is my hard carry strong enough to fight against the enemy team? And for that reason, I think even that kind of a situation is still worth it for the support. Because what would you rather play against? Like an earlier Behemoth Blink or Mage Bane snowballing even earlier in the game?
This is
I was thinking Vindicator too for some reason. That was, and sure enough, they go Vindicator. And it is going to be, now they haven't readied up just yet, so wait for that to be sure. But
I think this is how they're doing it. I played against
my heart really wants Complexity to win the game, just for the excitement alone, but I don't see it happening, or I don't see, like, I think that Evil Corporation comes out way ahead in the draft, at least. That's just my personal take.
Let's not undervalue, because honestly, that was an actual pick,
that
right?
happened.
That was an actual pick, yeah. So
that's only
Polywog Priest
Poly
only going to
mid.
be playing that. But real quickly, back to Complexity. I mean, team fight wise, they have a fantastic team fight with these ultimates. They are very, very set on that. So that is a huge strength of theirs. Laning phase, other things, there are concerns, sure, but I
want to change my opinion. Evil Corporation got a frog. I don't believe in them anymore. What was that?
Not
what
a fan of the Polywog?
Okay.
We've seen this a little bit, so it's not crazy.
So let's calm this down. First of all, I think I agree with you, Ricky. Complexity have a fantastic team fight. They have a lot of control, a lot of lockdown. My only question is, like, and I know I always get flack for this because they keep saying, like, they don't have enough damage or they don't have enough that, but there really is just a lot of control, but in not a lot of ways to deal consistent damage over time. They have the Magma Stun and they have the Engineer follow-up and the Hellbringer spells, but except for that, until Sandwraith gets a Mock, there's not really a lot of damage coming out of their team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a very, very big thing to keep in mind. Like, all right, the damage output is low, so we need to use our abilities well. We need to be hitting a lot of heroes with our spells. We have a lot of control, we can stun them for a long time, but at the end of the day, we need to get hero kills. So that's the only concern that I have for them. I don't think they got punished for their weak laning phase, to be honest. I think they definitely got away with that. That weakness, not exploited. Polywog Priest for E6, I think was a great pick. I really like Poly here.
What?
I think. Oh yeah.
Frog?
No.
Seriously,
Well,
what?
let him explain. So why is that?
All right. So I think if you look at the lineup setup, neither of these teams really has any push presence. There's not going to be, we're going to just run you down and push. And back in the day when you saw Polywog mid, he was basically the only push hero in the game. And what happened was you got a hero kill with Poly, and then you got a tower, and you slowly gained map control with the wards cooldown. He's not really going to get punished for having wards on cooldown this game, because he's probably not going to be forced onto that. Like, it's not like he's going to get pushed down before he has wards up again, or he's going to be forced to fight when he doesn't have Voodoo wards. In this game, he's going to be the hero that sets the pace. And then Polywog Priest is suddenly an amazing hero, because he can push towers, he has a lot of control, and he's a good laner for the mid lane against Hellbringer.
Yeah.
It's a 600 range hero that can farm from range. So I think there's a lot of good reasoning for why they picked Poly.
That was the thing that stood out to me the most, the laning matchup. I know that's
Right.
when you were talking about the lanes and take advantage of them first pick on that Hellbringer, I think they kind of did that there with the final pick Polywog, where he can man up pretty well, and on top of that, the ward trap, fantastic for killing a hero like Hellbringer. He doesn't have that escape, unlike something like a Bubbles or another escape style of hero.
But they got tablets and stuff later on.
And I didn't mention this, but something that you should always try to keep in mind while you're drafting is you want to set up lanes so that, okay, so Behemoth is probably not going to get a lot of experience. What is Behemoth going to do? He's going to rotate mid. Polywog plus Behemoth is an easy kill on Hellbringer. All right? That's a really good thing they got going for themselves. There's a lot of lockdown. Both Poly can start a gank. Both Behe can start a gank. Either way, they have an easy time finding that kill on the mid. Same thing goes for Andro. If Andro was to decide to roam mid, it's an easy kill with a Polywog. Same thing with Salforus. So there's a lot of that going on for them as well. And interesting, both teams are dodging each other.
Look at how tight both teams are. Like, they're right on top of one another. I mean, you can just tell it's tense, man. I mean, they're really making sure that they're all on point. And, yeah, they are going to avoid each other in the end. So that's kind of funny how that worked out. Blocking some camps. So, NG, real quickly, I don't think it's going to be a jungle engineer with the way he built here with his items.
No, Logar's Hatchet and Magnus, so shouldn't be.
So how are they doing it then if that's the case? It looks like it's going to be an aggressive dual lane top. Okay.
But we talked about that. Like, it didn't work in the last series, so I don't really see it working in this one either. I mean,
but it looks like they're putting Mage Bane bottom. It looks like they're putting Mage Bane bottom, expecting a tri-lane top.
I guess that's pretty smart. Behemoth is down there as well. Who's going to be at the top? Is it going to be a laning Salforus? Oh, I love this.
That's a force lane. Nothing out of the ordinary there necessarily, but is it though? I mean, he's just blocking the camp right here. Yeah.
I mean, Formless is going to get one hell of a surprise at least down at the bot lane when he sees 3 heroes suddenly emerging. I would almost say that Lord Salforus should wait just a little bit to the top, just not to show himself just quite yet.
It doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. But this is okay. So actually, I think
Fisher. Okay, yeah, I guess.
No, so E6 did end up trying to punish the lanes, right? So now they are going for an aggressive tri-lane onto the Sandwraith, and I know they did this against us as well with a Moon Queen tri-lane, where they feel like they have the stronger tri-lane, so they just man up. Even though they have a carry in the tri-lane, it's fine. Our tri-lane is still stronger. And Nier is playing so aggressively. I'm not sure about this.
Well, there's a block there, and actually it will prevent Engineer from getting close enough to assist. And she just poured it in, actually, to try to help down here at the time, but got there late.
Yeah, but that offensive play from Nier completely pushed the lane into the favor of Legion as well. Like, now they're going to be able to farm at the tower range. So...
Yeah. A lot of region traded, though, in favor of... Complexity. That was a good exchange for them. Even though there were no hero kills, they're happy about that. In a tri versus tri lane, the region is a very big deal because you kind of need to stay at 100% HP at all times, or you die because there's just so much damage on the tri lane. So you need to burn that region for the other team as soon as possible.
How about just swapping it up right now? Like have Mage Man at the top, Salforus rotate into the forest, and Andromeda try to move towards the mid, set up kills together with the Behemoth.
I think they can win this lane. I think they can win. I don't think they're too scared. Like there's a Vindicator in the lane.
Yeah.
So I think they're happy with this. There's no reason to swap it up. This is what they expected to happen. When they went for this.
That's basically what you're just saying, right? Where they feel like from the beginning that they would win a tri versus tri lane. So that's.
Oh, what if Revelation missed from Love there as well? Unfortunately for him.
Off to the side there, and actually now Vindicator not in the best spot, but I guess he should be fine there. Follow-up not ready, but yeah, it does seem like Mage Bane's definitely the more comfortable one when it comes to farming right now. He does have an early Iron Shield as well, which is some nice protection there for him to benefit from as well. So NG in the meantime, he's off, so yeah, I guess he was maybe trying to counter war. No, he's just simply exploring the jungle there, realizing no pole camp is ready.
Yeah. And lanes are going very well for ECX. They're doing good mid, they're doing good top, and they're doing good bottom. So right now, Complexity, they're kind of in a awkward situation where like they're not really winning any lanes. This Tankafet is going ham top.
Oh wow,
Oh
Oscar.
no, Oscar!
He missed a stun. That's a kill. Yeah, even if he hits that stun, I don't know if he gets away.
I
He
think
probably
he
would have.
survived. Yeah. Oh, that's grim. Bolivian internet coming into play right there. I'm sure he bugs.
Possibly, yeah. Now it is safe to say though, again, it's not to harp on the player. We've given him plenty of praise throughout time for sure, and it's well deserved. But today he has been a little off, in both these games, unfortunately. Obviously, this one's still very young, but first game not the most success, and now here in game 2, not the way you want to start against a solo Lord South Forest there. So good successful dive though, coming out from Tankafet.
Yeah,
There's a
and
lot of
something that's
pressure
important to
bringing
note.
mid. Yeah, go ahead.
Something that's important to note is that solo laners are always very prideful. Like, when you put a jungler into a solo lane and you start struggling against them, it tears on your mentality. Like, you're like, oh, Tank is a jungler. I'm an offlaner. I know how to play this role. He's supposed to be in the jungle, right? Oh, this shouldn't be happening. And I really just hope Oscar doesn't get into his own head about this. Like, it happens. You died. Whatever. You're still in the game. Just
Got to recover, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let it affect your
South
mentality.
Forest is hitting level 6 now. Yeah, okay, he sees it.
Yeah, got to be extra careful now. That Undying, gonna be a lot of assisted damage, obviously. So Magnus has to even play a little more safe now as the creeping release pushed in. One lane we haven't really talked too much about yet is that middle lane, Polywalk versus Hellbringer. Hellbringer 21-7, Polywalk 21-3. So Matthias, again, really as expected, I think you could say, is actually managing pretty well here, if anything even. And look at the pressure he's applying to the tower already.
Yeah, well, that's thanks to the double damage rune though.
Oh, the knife.
Magnus coming in.
Oh, yeah. So much experience. Yeah, 2 rotations to the mid lane, both Mag and Andromeda at approximately the same time. This just shows how high level play this is. They're both feeling like, alright, we can get a kill mid at pretty much the same times.
They're so close
Showing
to
that how
level 6,
evenly
both
matched
of
they
them.
are.
Magnus going in, it lands a stun, follow from Hellbringer, but yeah, the Demon Strike couldn't really come out, and it's going to be enough anyways, and now he's running back into a trap actually. Fuzzy Sloth, he's going to die right here as the tongue tide is used. Magnus will get the kill, however, on a Polywalk, so ends up being a 1-for-1 there.
Hellbringer was 2 mana off his first spell, his Q ability, when Magnus went in. That was so unfortunate that they miscalculated the map just a little bit and it cost him the first spell.
Vindicator's now in trouble too, but a good keg stun from Engineer. However, Magebane really going deep here as a result of that blink, but he's not enough for the kill. Lord South Forest going to try to finish off the job. I don't think, unless he goes to the tower right here, which, yeah, he's definitely not going to do so. And fight still could continue, actually, as Behemoth on the side getting low. Malphus comes out from Hellbringer. Is enough for the kill on a Behemoth, though it's not just yet. He's off to the side. He's still alive. Lord South Forest, he got low. Samuels was trying to kill him, but couldn't do so. Finally, they do kill Behemoth, however. And now maybe going to push a little bit with this Malphus. Or not. No, he's going to end mid, actually.
Matthias is incoming. Or is he going to change his mind? There's a haste rune here. Who's going to get it?
The haste. Oh, Hellbringer just got him with a war trap. That's what we're talking about. He can't get out of that at all. He is dead. Well, Polywalk got the last laugh.
Yeah. I actually have to correct myself because I did say there was no push presence on the Legion side, but of course there's that Hellbringer Malphus. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. And it kind of makes it a bit, the Polywalk point that I brought up earlier, slightly less viable, but again, the wards are a shorter cooldown than the Hellbringer ults. Just want to make sure to mention that before Twitch chat goes bananas.
The flames clicks in extra,
Yep. Might be.
I mean, Hellbringer, but that's not like what you really think of when you think of push, honestly. It's
Malphus. It's about finishing the timing.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, again, nice counter kill onto Hellbringer there after it all. And obviously keeping Fuzzy Sloth in check is good.
Polywalk is on the hunt. He can smell the blood.
Yeah, how about this going the, well, let's just call it what it is, the no-tail build here on Polywalk Priest. Gets those early Striders, eventual post-haste, get the portal key on top of that, I'm sure. Very aggressive play style.
Yep. Usually like to finish it off with Bound Eye even right after that, way back into the day. But
Oh yeah.
I don't expect we'll see that now.
No. A little bit different.
Yep, times have changed. But I mean, look at the GPM charts. This is a great position if you're ECX fan. I'm sure ECX fans are really happy right now. Tankafed is, I think one of the in my opinion, in ECX they have like two snowballing presence. Like they have both Tanka and they have Only. These two players, like when either of them takes off, they start communicating a lot more. They start making a lot of calls. They just know how to take a game from ahead to a win. So seeing Tanka in this position, to me, indicates like, all right, there's going to be good calls under Skype right now. There's going to be a good atmosphere. There's going to be a lot of confidence, put it in a nice way. I'm sure they're feeling very good with the situation there, even though MageMain barely has any farm.
That's what I kind of wanted to address there. I mean, if you are Complexity, that is at least a decent sign here. It's not like MageMaid has also been taken off throughout this as well. He's kind of being kept in check somewhat. Only 260 gold per minute right here. They say that, you know, he's got the creep lane pushed up. He's going to get a little bit more farm on top of that. But, yeah, again, he's not having free farm necessarily. But what does that matter, though, at the same time, unfortunately, when your Sandwraith is also doing, he's all right, but again, he's very reliant on getting that Mock of Brilliance, which is going to be a bit more time here for Sandwraith. He does hit level 6,
Yeah.
so has Mirage now.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
they
I mean,
are
this is a
hunting the
favorable
forest.
situation. I think this is favorable for Sandwraith in terms of the carry matchup. If neither carry has a lot of farm, Sandwraith gets that. It benefits him more because MageMain needs to be ahead in terms of gold per minute when he's playing against the Sandwraith. So I think that definitely is something cool has.
Yeah, here comes the trap again. Now as Malphus comes out first, though, and a
So
turn
well played.
kill on a Polywog. God, the fact that Hellbringer pressed R just before is what won them that fight or won them the kill at least. They're going for more. Tankafed, he's going to get the kill on a Hellbringer, it looks like, but he goes down, costing his life. There goes the kill on a Hellbringer. Andromeda now, however, is being chased down. Swaps out, trying to make an escape right here. Ain't going to happen, though. He too will fall. So actually, the big picture there, working out pretty
So
well
well
for
played.
Complexity.
Quite
Oh yeah,
fast.
that was possibly one of the best things they could have gotten out of a Hellbringer ultimate right there. They
Look at
got a kill on the highest
Look at the
level, but
behemoth.
they're-
What is this?
Behemoth is hating that he's not level 6 right now, because he could have walked up and shockwave that whole thing, but they not able to do so, and thus they are going to escape here.
I mean, that's my concern with the Polywog though. I mean, did you guys see how fast he melted as soon as the Malphas and the Sandwraith ultimate comes out? Like, he's dead in 2 seconds. Like, just imagine when there comes a Restoration Stone or a Brutalizer on one of those heroes. Like, he's just, I don't know
he's
if
a
he's
fragile
going to
hero
be
for
survive
sure.
in team fights.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is a downside. Like we talked about during the drafts, like Sandwraith is good against these intelligence heroes, like these squishy heroes where Mock obviously affects Polywog a ton. It's amazing to deal with him. It brings down his HP by a lot because he has no tools to get HP back. So overall, that was a great exchange for Complexity, though. Like
Look at my
they
fast
used the
limit, by the
Hellbringer
way.
ult.
Lurking at the side with a haste rune. He's got his ultimate ready, so he wants this. He knows that there are no Malphas up.
There you go. There's the ward trap.
That's so
Okay,
cool!
tongue-tied? Yeah, I was going to say, you probably should tongue-tied here.
Vindicator is not level 6.
There you go. Yeah, it's that ward trap, again, it's like both have their advantages in this matchup here. Polywog playing out his there against Hellbringer, so. You were saying, though, Insania, right before that.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, this is the best possible exchange they could have gotten for Hellbringer ult. They killed the level 9 Self-Force, the level 7 at the time Polywog, and they got a support kill on top of it. Those are the 3 highest level heroes on the side of they killed.
ECX,
But yeah,
yeah.
exactly. On the side of
There's
Complexity.
a lot of
so
port though
ECX,
to get
sorry.
down there. Now the mid tower is pushing in.
Is Self-Force? Okay, yeah, he's kind of peeking back up there a little bit. Gonna run into maybe Vindicator here as the nuke. Oh, but the Untank couldn't get it off. He does get it off now. And I think Vindicator might as well say bye-bye. He's gonna
No.
just like kill me quicker. I don't know what that was about, but
What?
Giving some free experience.
yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm actually not sure about something. If he dies outside of experience range, does Self-Force still get experience? No, right?
Don't
I don't
think
think
so. Yeah, I don't see why.
Yeah.
he would.
Well, why would? Okay, Hellbringer
I have no
ulti
idea.
again.
There you go. Down goes Behemoth. Well, these Hellbringer ultimates, Malphus, it's very useful, as you would
It's
expect.
the second time as well the Tankafed pours in trying to assist his teammate, but he's not really the best hero to do so. I guess there is farm to get here, and Polywog is running in once again. I mean, they're just trading kills back and forth, but they're not gonna reach him.
Nope. I know, look at that. Malphus getting sheeped right there. It's fine, though. Yeah, a little bit of a interesting play by Vindicator at the bottom lane, but you know what's done is done there. This Malphus, again, it's been very effective so far from Fuzzy Sloth, as you would hope for, and he's level 10, just like Lord Salforce on the other side is as well. Top lane, they're trying to set up a kill on a Mage Bane, but the heads up by Imba Boy, he's a little too curious, or he really just knows, it seems like, what's going on. That not going to risk it. He'll go to the jungle instead. Oh, is that a ward? Oh, no, ward's on the tower, that's why. Okay. Matthias gets a tower kill. So, yeah, the cooldown on those wards, what are they? 120 seconds? Okay. 2-minute cooldown.
About the same. Yeah, about the same as Malphus.
Okay.
Actually, looking up. A bit, I mean, it's shorter, but about the same.
Close. At level
Yeah.
3,
They're going
it's
at it.
close.
Love is in trouble.
Oh, Clash here in the middle. The swap in. They killed Vindicator, but now Andromeda in a bad spot. She's definitely going down. Lord Salforce. He'll be fine. He's got that tablet. Oh, how
he's
about
blocked by
that? Stealth Hunter is like, here, I'm going to help you out a little bit. And he still gets away nonetheless, but
By the way, Poliwag Priest picked up a glowstone. Is he going for the Icon of the Goddess here? Or what's the plan behind that build?
Staff.
Staff, I was just going to say, is that really...
What? Seriously? All in on the push?
Let's go,
That
baby.
feels really odd. I mean, it's going to allow him to bulk up just a little bit, but I don't feel like
Yeah,
that's the right choice.
Staff would seem a little odd. I don't think that's what he's actually going for. I would definitely guess more the Icon. Possibly Nullstone, I guess, would be out of the question. Engineer is going to get picked off, by the way. As they just
Yeah,
got
the
gone
Nullstone
up
for the
over
Sunriff ultimate, I guess, for the Mirage.
there. Yeah.
Man, there was a huge play to start that off, by the way. The Vindicator's slow on his ultimate actually came into play there. They used the Vindicator slow to allow Magnus to catch up to the Polywalk so they could get that kill. Like, knowing Onmi, he's not a guy... Oh.
This...
Behemoth follow-up, but they don't want to go, actually.
That was
Samurith
really well
ports
played by
in.
Formless. But there is no Malphas up for another 10 seconds, so I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he did save Hellbringer's life, though, so that was such a wonderful play by Formless. Such a heads up on his part.
Yeah, keeps his teammate alive there, so... but yeah, that Vindicator slow, that's true. The ultimate now has that slow effect, that 40% move speed. I mean, that's quite a bit, even if it's just for a second.
Right, and it definitely came into play there. And like I was gonna say, knowing Matthias, he's not he's not the kind of guy that reads patch notes and pays close attention. So I bet he was like, "What?"
He's like, "Wait a second, why am I slowed?" Yeah, Sandwraith, he's dead. Lord Salforce is getting a little low right there, but he doesn't care. He's just gonna chase with the Undying. However, Engineer not enough damage. Vindicator trying to maybe get a sneak kill on the Lord Salforce, but can't do that either. But you can just tell the map control right now of ECX. I mean, look at that ward aside just placed by Nier, by the way, beyond the secondary bottom tower there. Very aggressive. He might have been seen doing it, though, so... Oh, no, Vindicator has a rev ward, so never mind.
Oh, he might be in trouble if that's the case. Here comes Nier with the next level plays. The swap into the stun.
Oh, he was going for it, you're right. He was going. But he couldn't land it, so...
I am
Look
close.
at that Vindicator. Just put follow on him. It feels like he can't move. He has no boots.
Well, with that robe,
290
it's
move
impossible
speed.
to move fast.
Yeah.
I think I've been watching him for the
I
past
mean-
minute. This poor guy. He spent like a minute placing 2 counter wards. Oh, I feel
get
so
in there.
bad for him.
Have you tried running with a dress? Like, it's not easy.
Would
Not
imagine
that
No,
I've
I
tried,
so.
actually
but-
haven't.
Take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, no boots. Obviously, last game, a similar struggle there, unfortunately.
2 smokes on the top lane. Magnus with a new, fresh versus Portal Key. Together with Engineer. Mirage is up in 10 seconds. The Malphas is up and running. There's a haste rune on Polywog Priest. Might be the saving grace for his teammate.
This is a huge failed raw because there is a ward aside from Nier that is not going to see them, of course. So, there we
My
go.
God,
They
this
come
is so-
out, but Magnus not in time. Engie just showed first.
Why is Engineer running first? I don't get it. Why would he ever run first?
Well, they don't know
I
he's
think
there
it's-
then, right?
I mean,
Huh?
I think the idea there was to make sure that Engineer is in follow-up range. So have
Yeah.
him run first and then Magnus blink stuns instantly. Because, I mean, I hate to bring it up, but there is a ping advantage. Complexity, obviously, it's on playing on slightly better. Oh, well, actually, never mind, because it's Oscar on the mag, so never mind everything.
That's
But-
actually, yeah. He's
Yeah, never
arguably
mind.
worse,
Doesn't
so.
apply.
Fight
Yeah.
approaching now, at least at the top. But Polywog Priest, he got other plans. He is looking for a snack in the bot lane.
Yep, and again,
No,
remember,
no,
he
no,
was
no,
not
no, no.
seen by the ref
Ah,
ward because it's a
ultimate!
failed rot, and down goes Vindicator. He just has to watch his demise. Could have talked him there at the end, even. And we'll secure the kill, so... Love, again, a struggle will continue here as top lane. Magnus setting up with a level 2 ulti. Nope. Just blinked.
There's no way to kill him. There's no
the
way.
eruption.
There's no
They're
way.
going to try. He has that armor up, though. You're right. It's just so strong. Here comes the counterplay. Malphus on the lock, and it's not enough. If that keg stun hits, it probably is. And now Hellbringer, he's committed into a deep spot. He got swapped in. Down he goes. The energy field not going to matter there. Lord South Forest now in the chase. Sandwraith, he's going to get caught. And Sandwraith goes down. Tankafet with a double tap here. And a 2-for-1 exchange. Definitely in favor of ECX as they only lost Andromeda there to top it all off.
Yeah, I like to talk about mentality a lot, and that is a clear indicator of, desperation, because if I can tell that they're not getting that kill, then they know that they're not getting that kill, because I think that was just like, we need this. We need, like, they went for the play and just were hoping that, first of all, Nier was out of position, which he was, and second of all, that MageBane wouldn't get his blink off, which I mean, he did in this case, and he got away. And that's what a lot of ultimates committed, and a lot of gold going Tankafet's way. And I think Onmi in this game, he had the role of kind of setting the pace. And I feel like he's gotten a kill with literally every ultimate cooldown. So, Polywog Priest pick, definitely paying off, in my opinion. I mean, he's getting haste turn after haste turn, so I mean, it's probably not that hard when you have that going for you, but...
Yeah, control certainly an important aspect here.
I mean,
game number 2.
there's more to this hero than just wards. I mean, the lockdown that he brings is obviously very good with the polymorph, which is what 4.75, no 3.5, okay, and then the tongue tat is 4.75 seconds, so nearly 5 seconds there. So yeah, between those two abilities, he could lock down somebody for nearly 8.5 seconds, really. On paper, so
yes, the Nullstone makes the hero a lot more viable as well. I didn't think of the fact that it actually takes off the Vindicator ultimate. That's a big deal.
That's true. Yeah, so both Sandwraith and Vindicator. So yeah, the Nullstone even more apparent now, as of course he even has it, but yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
There it goes.
There's a stun from Magnus. And locked down to Polywog. Again, Vindicator ultimate got canceled by the Nullstone though. Polywog's able to get off his combo. Look at this, he's locking down Magnus. There's the lockdown that we're talking about. And the swap from Andromeda to not only keep him alive, but possibly help secure the kill to Magnus. He goes back in it with a nuke. Gets the double tap. Matthias is feeling it. You can just tell, man. Imba Boy getting and killing a love, meanwhile, the bottom lane, by the way. But ECX, they can feel it. Thailand is just around the corner for them.
Yeah, Mirage was on 3 seconds cooldown left when that fight, or when that Magnus Lava Surge hit as well. If that would have just been up at that case, it would have been a completely different kind of scenario. But unfortunately, luck not being on Complexity side in this game number 2. And as you said, I mean, Evil Corporation, they're so damn close now. All they need to do is keep their head cool, and they got this in the bag.
Yep. I mean, this game is, again, it's theirs to lose. I just don't see what Complexity could really... Oh, I guess a lot of that. More
Mind
of that,
traps
please.
are fun, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here comes the boom.
At least to what you got, still having a little bit of humor here, despite being down 2-0, and again on the verge of possibly it coming to an end. But he's attempting him. Oh wow, that's awkward. He puts a mind trap down again, and Nier just puts a rev
Engineer
down.
didn't notice it though.
Yeah,
that's an unfortunate part.
I feel like Nier's warding, just throughout like everything, I'm so impressed. Like, to be honest, last year I thought he was probably one of the weaker warders out of the top tier supports. But like otherwise his gameplay was amazing. But man, he stepped up his warding so much, and he's just so on top of it. And it's really hard to tell as a spectator, but I've been trying to pay attention to it. And Complexity, they just haven't been able to have vision where they've wanted it. And this is most probably a strat pause right now. They're like, all right, we're in a poor situation. We need to figure something out. But man, I feel like Nier deserves so much props for his warding, and I'm sure ECX wouldn't have been in the situation they are in so many of these games if it weren't for him just nailing so many of the early wards, allowing for them to rotate around, allowing for them to be this aggressive. So secret carry of the team. Nier?
I'm with you. Nier, if we kind of did this whole idea of a most improved player, especially from the previous year to the next, I think Nier would have to be up on that list, possibly winning it. I mean, he really has been a very, very impressive player to watch here. And for ECX's success, and of course I've had him on as a co-caster several times throughout this season as well, and you can tell his insight definitely is there. He is very knowledgeable about the game, so Absolutely a strong support here for this team.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who's won the Honcast Support Award twice,
Wow.
I really feel like this is Nier's year. I'm comparing him to what I see other supports do. I just feel like he's on a different level right now. He's playing so good, and I hope he can keep it up. Like, it just does so much for a team when you have the warding on lock pretty much every game. Like, you're playing with vision advantage, and regardless of what stage in the game it is, I feel like he just always is on top of those counter wards. And in both these series, he's done a great job of blocking Ancients, showing like he really understands that these games are all about the carries. Like, if there isn't any Ancients to farm, they're gonna have a gold advantage. And even though this Legion side hasn't been farming that much Ancients, or probably doesn't have the best heroes for it, it's still showing that he understands where the major sources of gold is coming from, and just denying that ensures them that with every minute that passes by, they're just getting further ahead.
Yeah. I was wondering, you saw Polywog sending the illusion over here. I thought he might have been just going to take out these mines here, but maybe they don't actually see them there. Might not be close enough to actually get in there. But anyways, they're going to push middle a little bit right here, using the illusion to kind of scout things out at least, to almost got engineer. But
I guess you could leave the mines there as well as a strategy. Just making sure that he doesn't place them anywhere else.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, if they do see it, then yeah, might as well. So you actually know at least 5 or 6 of them are right there. I guess it's 5. Okay, yeah, there you go. Here will be just I'm gonna take care of them.
Yeah, still no Monk of Brilliance on Formless is just so devastating to watch. Now when Magebane has had these rune ducks for several minutes and he's up at 500 plus gold per minute, comparing that to 300 gold per minute to Samuref is just... This is not looking good. I'm not entirely sure how Complexity are going to be able to get back into this game. Like, Kongor should be free for Hellborn's taking as well whenever they want. As soon as they get the Shrunken Head on Magebane, I mean, he's going for Geometer's Bane first, but as soon as the Shrunken Head hits as well, like, what can Complexity really do? They don't have any physical damage.
Can't say. Expected the Grand Finals to go like this, but at the same time, ECX... These last couple of weekends here, and again, we mentioned they're undefeated coming into this. They've 2-0'd all their series. They're still yet to lose a game here, obviously, in these grand finals, on the verge of staying that way. This is a team that no doubt is just on that mission and going to Thailand here. So, but Complexity not going to give in just yet. Going to fight to the very end. Magnus with a level 2 eruption over here. He obviously sees them with the Ward of Sight. He needs a little bit of help here.
Oh my god, they're not going to get a better opportunity like than this.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. There's the final chapter. Behemoth's dead. Lord Salforus, he's dead. Yes, the
There we
auto
go.
attack just hit.
And Andromeda feels like joining the board as well.
Okay, Nier decides to help them out a little bit too. So that's 3 for nothing. So that's at least
the motivation.
a step in the right direction. Yeah, and actually top lane Polywog Priest. He's caught. Nice fear as well connects. Polywog in trouble.
1 second for Polky.
Can't get the Porky off himself. Magnus stuns in. Well, they just got 4 kills and
Let's
didn't
go,
give up
Caster's
any.
Curse.
I guess so. Whatever
I
they
mean,
did
if
in that
it wasn't
pause.
real, if it wasn't real until now, I mean, it has to be. It's confirmed real.
I guess so.
Let's talk more good about ECX. They've been so amazing
How
this
great
year.
they
like,
are, yeah.
just, remember how good they played at DreamHack? They were so good.
They're so good.
I remember
Let's get a game 3.
Hey, I definitely wouldn't mind that in Complexity. That's what they're
Like
trying to
top
really
lane,
grind
though.
for now. But here we go, top lane. Maybe overstaying their
nice
welcome.
play.
Engineer, nice kicks done initially, but the block, and eventually will get killed. Not the biggest steal in the world, but losing an Engineer
Hellbringer,
right there.
why are you stopping? Why are you stopping?
He's baiting, man. No, he's going to be just out of distance there to actually get away. Now, I will say Magebane, during all of that, of course, kind of just continuing to do his thing. In fact, he's going to Kongor, actually. He doesn't have lifesteal on him. I guess with the illusions can tank it, but now they're going to be dying here, so.
The wards are probably going to be... Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, now they're going to get it.
They know the cooldowns are down for Complexity. They're going to try to abuse this by getting a Conquer kill, putting that Token of Life on Magebane. And in this kind of situation, it's probably the best thing they can do. They don't feel like they're confident enough to go high ground. Tier 2 towers at this point, definitely lower value than a Conquer, so they just go for the highest value play in this situation.
Yeah. And there's a Ice Brand on Imba Boy now, so the Frost of Skull eventually coming out. And already has the Geometer Span, of course. So continues his great game here. Zane, no portal key just yet. That's something else. Didn't really pick up on until now, to be honest.
Oh,
But
wow. Still
Yeah.
struggling. I saw him like 10 minutes ago, and I was about to mention it then, but I figured, hey, he still got some time. But now, 25 minutes and still doesn't have it?
yeah, that's a little surprising, actually. And he only has 540 gold. I mean, he has died 4 times, so there is that. But 26 minutes in, you'd figure he would have had it by now. So that's something else that complexity kind of has going for them.
That's quite insane. I didn't pay attention to that at all. I mean, even Engineer is doing better than Zane is at this point.
I honestly
terms
think
of gold.
in this game though. Yeah, but in this game, like the portal key behemoth, like what does it really accomplish?
Well, it's a portal key
there's a vin-
behemoth.
there's a vin-
Didn't you watch last game?
Well, I mean, with
But
Vindicator
I
and
mean,
Sandwraith,
it's a
yeah,
completely different game. I mean, there's both Vindy, there's Hellbringer, and then there's Sandwraith. Like
that's true.
on top of that, so there's so much. Like I feel like knowing Formless as well. Formless is very good about killing the right targets when he Sandwraith ults. So he's probably jumping Behemoth every fight anyway, and making sure that he dies during like the Vindy ult. So there's definitely hope for complexity. I don't think they're out of this game. All those kills that they got a couple of minutes ago, it's huge. Because they have kind of the wombo combo, and the later the game goes, the more value the Vindicator ult finds, and the more value they get out of the Hellbringer ult.
My gosh. Watch Behemoth's inventory here when this courier gets to him.
Oh my
Smart.
god,
He
okay, so he
just
has
got-
some gold.
See,
That's so
that
smart.
what you're just talking about, it makes so much sense why he goes the Shroud instead.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love that pickup. And, you know, it's only really going to have big impact once, to be honest, like, because then Sandwich is going to carry Dust, hopefully. But at this point in the game, if they win that one fight, I mean, it's probably over.
Still,
So,
the fact that he has the balls to even consider going for a Shroud in a game like
do you
this.
know what Zane? You know what's cool about Zane? He doesn't care about the Honcast viewers. He doesn't care about what Twitch chat thinks. He's gonna do whatever brings him to the W. And I mean, mad props to that. I know a lot of players that are definitely not like that. They will definitely not do some things because they think, all right, well, Honcast is gonna give me crap for it, or like not specifically Honcast, but like the community thinks,
Yeah.
gonna think I'm bad, so I'm just gonna do what everybody else does.
The norm,
safe. Yeah. So it's good that Zane is like, he's recognizing that portal key just isn't the item.
Yeah, but now he can't show himself on any lanes until the
Yeah,
teamfight
he's
approaches.
being very careful here as far as showing himself.
But I mean, he already plays like that. Like,
True.
as someone who plays
Top
against him a
lane?
lot, he does that. Anyway.
Okay, he's going top, so maybe there's a chance up here.
Yeah.
I think
Plus he's
complexity-
approaching his restoration.
I would assume the complexity is going to back off. Like, to see Polywog at the bottom, but this is risky.
I mean, 3,500 gold on Sandwraith right now, by the way, too. So obviously he's had the mock here for a little bit.
Here comes the Shroud. Hellbringer's dead at least. I would
Is he-
assume-
They don't know he's up here.
What?
They didn't see him. Yeah, and now they see the
They saw
Assassin Shroud.
Behe.
Yep.
Oh, I hope they saw it. We
yeah.
should be able to tell soon. Sander should pick up Dust. No?
I'm not sure if they saw him. I mean, it was nice.
It's one of those things like they saw him for a split second. Whether or not
Right,
they
right.
clicked on him and checked his inventory
Exactly.
is a different question. So.
And like,
maybe
who
they
even
didn't.
thinks about that? Like,
Exactly.
who even would check Behemoth's inventory for a Shroud? Like,
No, but for a portal key, perhaps.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Look at the
But I
complexity.
don't think they know. If they knew, they would have had Dust on Formless. I feel.
Yeah, certainly. They did find a ward placed here by Nair. He placed another one at the top as well, in the forest or on the cliff. Not necessarily the greatest usage right now, but could come in handy later on into the game. They are going to get a secondary tower at the top, so now only the base towers remain. And they got a token running, 25 seconds.
And I'm sure both teams know. It's just 25 seconds. We don't need to overcommit to take away this token. And ECX are like, alright, we can't really commit. We don't have enough time. We're not going to get anything out of this. Except maybe some damage, and it's too high risk for the reward.
Ain't gonna go for it. They fall back, and it does feel like as there's a Dust picked up by Sandwraith, by the way. So he
Okay, they do
eventually
know.
gets it. So yeah, they definitely know now.
Yeah, there have been a few wards that I think Sin has been running over now.
Man, how do you guys feel about this game, though? I feel like if Fuzzy completes the Restoration Stone,
Yeah.
there's definitely hope.
I was just
I mean,
about
I
to
don't
bring
believe in
that
the
up.
frog anymore. I don't know. I've always been hesitant to the frog, but I just don't think that he's going to have the kind of impact that's necessary. If you compare him to Hellbringer, like Hellbringer is so much scarier than the frog. Look at this, by the way. This is the real poly we're going for. Okay, he's going to farm.
I know it's real for sure now, but
I might want to wait for the restoration zone.
But look again, like Oscar's sitting here, and Omi's baiting again. Round 2, game
I'm
2.
not sure if he's baiting. I think it's more of a...
he does have support nearby. We're right over here, so even if it's not
Yeah, but it's
intentional, it
only-
definitely is a bit of baiting.
He would have been farming there even if it didn't have a support behind him.
Oh,
You
if
think
he
so?
goes back in here, then maybe, but no, he's not going to risk it. He will fall back. So yeah, I mean that's what I wanted to get at too, though. I mean, Sandwraith, he really has kind of progressed quite a bit now. He's got the Mach now with the Shrunken. I'm not saying he's unstoppable by any means, but that's good for complexity. And then you got the Restless Stone. That's the big thing. And this team fight, it still is a very threatening team. So you win one fight, you happen to win one fight, you know, it's a big initiation. Kind of cut the lead in half even, and then your Sandwraith gets even bigger or better. This is still a winnable game for complexity, despite what we were kind of talking like earlier. With what happened, but
It's
yeah,
tough though. It's a big climb.
It is, absolutely.
Right now it's okay, but like as soon as they go out on the map, like Evil Corporation, they're just completely dominating the map vision. Perhaps not at the moment, but they know what they're doing, and they're just waiting for another Kongor. And if it were to go to late game, I mean, then there's going to be bananas as well. And don't ever see that the complexity is ever going to necessarily become or get into a commanding position in this game. It's more or less just going to be about Evil Corporation trying to break high ground and potentially you genocide them or something like that, and then you counter push. I feel like that's what the game is going to come down to. And now Love is making his way out here.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, there's a silence. He has a little bit of backup here, but that's not going to matter. It just melted.
Engineer is going to fall as well, unless he tries to pour it out. There's no top lane,
yep,
though.
he got the energy
Samrat
field.
is going to go down. The frog.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
The
no.
frog!
Oh, no. The auto-attack. It cut off. And all hope for complexity of making a comeback here. It's kind of just falling apart now. I mean, the double resto used, but the shockwave to secure the kill. A genocide for ECX. And now this is on the verge of ECX being victorious
Not like
here.
this.
That just happened.
That did. That was not the plan for complexity. I mean, they kind of got caught one by one in multiple places even. Mans Nui, you know, you don't like this polywog, but I gotta say, he is really having some impact here, and you can't deny that. So,
whatever.
I feel like I have a new casting strategy now. I'm just gonna disagree with everything Snowy says, and it's gonna work out in my favor.
nice.
I'm just kidding. But no, a great fight for ECX, but look at how scared they are. They got nothing out of it. Restoration, ultimates are used. Oh man, their plane is so safe. I'm telling you, if there was not Pylane on the line, that was the go high ground. They had everything up. Like, Madrian was a bit low on HP, but man, I think that they're kind of playing it a bit too passive. But I wanted to say this. From the start, like after like 20 minutes into the game, where it looked like this is basically game over, up until that fight was probably the best position complexity I've been in.
Yeah.
In a long time. So I think they were like happy about that at least. They had the rest of the stone finished up. They had like potential team fights, and it doesn't really matter at this point. Like ECX are pretty much capped out. They're not really, but they're kind of there. And from this point onward, it's basically just like luxury items that are going to be picked up by XYZ hero.
And here we go again. Magnus is going down.
Yeah, Magnus tongue tied. There you go. Is it enough? One more. Yeah,
like
God.
that don't pick up. It's just
That lasts forever. Nearly 5 seconds. And they get Magnus, so. Polywog.
Imba Boy just broke 700 gold per minute.
Yes, he did. That's
700 freaking gold per minute.
Can't tax the Imba Boy.
That's a new thing. It
Doesn't
doesn't
roll-
ring
it
as
doesn't-
well, but
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
there's got to be something else. Twitch chat will work on that. They'll work on that. Come up with something
I mean,
better.
hopefully they'll have another 2 games to work on it, but
That's true. Yeah,
is that asking for too much?
it's asking for a lot right now, Insania. It really is. It is tough to say that. I mean, obviously, if anything as casters, you know, we're trying to say it's unbiased, but the one thing we can't be biased about is asking for more matches. And ECX winning here.
I feel like it's always cool to cheer on the underdog. Doesn't matter how biased you are, as long as you're cheering for the underdog.
Yeah, that's
and I'm not on the team that's not the underdog.
That's true.
So long as that's not the. I mean, I'll feel so bad for Complexity if they go out after that fight, because it was like that wasn't them showing what they can do.
No.
It was just like an unfortunate series of events and poor decision making going in one by one. They should have just reset and left him to die basically there after Love got caught. Oh, here we go, mid lane. Those South Forest's in trouble. They're gonna dump everything on him.
Oh, they're definitely getting in. Post-haste in. Who is that? Polywog? No, it's Magebane actually. He's like, I'm here now. And he pops a Shrunken. Now goes the final chapter. Trying to do everything to get him killed. The energy field even going to be used, but the Mana Rift securing the kill on him. Engineer right there. Magnus going down. Sandwraith, not much he can do. He too will fall. A hat trick for Immo Boy. The mana post-haste right in front of their faces. And it works out beautifully. If there wasn't what was on the line here of the trip to Thailand, I think we would already been seeing some GGs coming out. But Complexity, again, they're going to still hang in there. But ECX, feel like I've said this several times now.
Too well right now.
They are. They're just so on point here. And again, once again on the verge, and here goes the up the hill here.
Okay. So how many Doomringers does Zimbabwe have to give away for Complexity to win?
At least two.
At least two. I agree with at least
even
two.
more. I think there is a coming back even. Even if you were to buy 6 Doombringers right now, there's no way they're getting back.
Formless is going to say GG. Complexity, the rest of them will. That is it. Evil Corporation are going to Thailand to compete in the World Finals, joining Sync Esports to represent the North American European region. Big congratulations to them, of course. Obviously, it's a bittersweet because Complexity on the other side of it, all the efforts, all the hard work throughout this last season here, they look so good, especially in the earlier parts of it. Unfortunately, cannot close it out, and they come up just short of making said World Finals. But obviously, only one team could make it in the end, and it will be Evo Corporation. So a big congratulations to that team right there. Imbo Boy, Matthias, Tankafet, Nier, and Zane. So, well, this series, it
ended soon.
Going into these playoffs, I would never have expected a sweep in the grand finals, honestly. I really would not have.
Throw it entire brackets.
Yeah, going into it, because of how ECX has been playing, I gotta say, maybe it doesn't surprise me as much, because, man, were they on fire here, these playoffs.
Yeah, but after losing the Dead Bounty League in that kind of fashion, I know that they didn't have the full roster, but still, like, they just set on another level, and just, whoa, Thailand, baby. I'm so glad for them.
Yeah, I feel like ECX right now, I haven't seen Sync play too much, but if I was playing, I'd be so scared of this Imperial Empire Death Star thing that they got going. Yeah, I don't know, we should queue it up, but oh man, are they looking scary.
Share with us.
Yeah, no, I don't have it ready today, unfortunately, but I just... You interviewed Complexity before the series. Did they watch the Star Wars movies last night?
I didn't ask him that. I don't know if they did. I mean, Fuzzy, I got to interview him, and I mean, he obviously said that they were confident. He was hyped. I mean, they were good to go, but they ran into the evil empire, as we're referring them to, an evil corporation, and who just is really all connected here. Okay, so obviously I'm working on getting an interview here, so we'll keep wrapping this part up.
Get them all in here.
As far as this is concerned, yeah. But,
I mean, I'm obviously slightly Sync biased for super obvious reasons, but the way ECX play, I mean, I'm a fan of good Han, and oh man, I'd be worried if I were Sync. They have a huge competition in Thailand, not only from the Thai teams, but also like this team that we're sending down there with them is, I don't know, they look so on fire. They look just like they did, in my opinion, before DreamHack Summer last year, where they, in my eyes, probably looked like the best team in the world. We were not really performing, and I feel like when ECX are playing this well, and this must just be so much more motivation for them, that they got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And I feel like they definitely are one of those teams that it kind of matters what they're playing for. They don't just play for the pride. At least some of their players, when it's more on the line, they seem to step up and really, really perform. Mm-hmm. So I think this World Finals is going to be, in my opinion, we're sending the right two teams based off what I've seen.
And just the competition overall. I mean, obviously Thailand in general has gotten so much better when it comes to Han, and it's no longer a case of we're expecting to be the dominant. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how things work over there at that event. Obviously now we got a little bit of time now before that takes place again in mid-June there. Is when it does. So it looks like we may just be hopping into their Skype here. Okay, they invited me into the channel, so I believe I have to join them here. So I'm gonna go join. I'm gonna go join their call real quickly. So you guys want to join that as well? Feel free to. Okay. See, this picks up here. If it does. Oh, Skype. Why you have issues? It's not letting me join it, dang it. Alright, guys. Sorry, trying to get this obviously figured out here. No, it's not saying that. Okay, they're in. Grr. Alright, I have to leave. Alright, let's try again here. See if they can re-add me. We'll get this working, guys. We'll get it figured out. Or not. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just restart my Skype real quickly. Hashtag production value in chat, everyone. Yay! Obviously, I want to get this interview here, though. It's especially fun when we can get it with the whole team, and again, you can tell the excitement and everything of them here. So give me just a second here, guys. Restarting the Skype, and hopefully it actually works now. Okay, there we go. Is that?
Hello? Does this work? All right, I'm gonna get them all in here.
Okay. Well, I just restarted my Skype, so I don't know if that was an issue or not.
They hung up their call, though. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, they're just coming in here. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm trying to at least getting them
Cool.
all
in. All right.
Hopefully they drop in.
There you guys go. Yeah, there we go. As long as the answer.
All right.
Is Near there?
That's one.
I'm here.
Near's there.
Yeah,
okay.
so we're
You
here
got
now.
at least one. Near, how's it going?
Finally.
It's going really good, man. Didn't drop a single game. Just, I mean, the last games were good, man. I actually thought we were gonna drop one. To be honest, one
Yeah?
game, but didn't happen.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's
Tanka.
up, Tanka? Oh, man.
God damn it! I told my team to not be hyped at all and just like, what's up? Yeah, game was like that.
Yeah.
I could hear Nir was excited.
Wonderful strategy right there.
Darn, you're excited. We're only going to
We're
Thailand here to play the World Finals.
It's nothing special breaking.
No, nothing at
You better
all.
prepare the sun cream now. I heard it's hot.
My fucking voice is cracked because I screamed so many times in the game.
Hey, watching you at DreamHack especially, I can only imagine. You're pretty
My voice is-
Vocal guy.
burnt out, yeah. But well, so Near. I mean, going back to what you were saying there real quickly again, it's you guys swept the series. You undefeated, did not drop a single game this whole playoffs. I mean, even yes, a lot of people. We definitely expected at least a one gamer complexity. But do you guys think that you're just that good right now? Like this was your tournament to lose? I mean,
Yes, we are just that good right now.
I agree.
Yep.
Those
we are.
wording skills, damn you.
Yeah, OP voice. I mean,
I
it just,
think,
yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, Nir, but I'd break you. I think the reason we're that good is because not okay. We have Matthias first of all. We have Asian power, but other than that is that we're very versatile. We can play
get German
every
free
lineup
power.
basically. We can play tri lanes, dual lanes, no jungle, and all that shit, and that makes us really hard to predict on the drafting part.
yeah.
And that's where I think we go ahead of a team like coL, which likes to play, the jungle, the dual lane, short lane, and all that. And you know exactly how they're going to lane their lanes. So I think we have that going for us games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously you guys looked fantastic here from the draft to just the lanes in general to just the gameplay. I mean, all across the board, there really was no faults in the game. And this was coming after a very, let's just say, disappointing, a pretty bad Deadeye Bounty League performance. Now, obviously, it's a much different tournament, and you guys, you're going through some roster situations there, not having everyone. Were you worried at all that was going to have an effect, or were you guys just focused and you knew that things were going to come together here for the playoffs?
I think we just.
I don't think we even played the Deadeye Bounty League. We were like 3 main players, then 2 ringers, and then we were 3 other main players, 2 ringers, and other. If I remember correctly.
Basically, yeah. It was a lot of that, yeah.
I played 3 games out of like 16. So
Me too.
that was me.
Yeah,
But it's also with the
The
prize
thing
pool
is-
and how many games you have to play, and then
Yeah.
$50 a match. I mean, I'm not a teenager anymore, so I simply don't have the time. If I don't prioritize it, it's like a part-time job,
Yeah.
So I can't use that much time when I'm studying at the side. I mean, I just can't invest so much time into it. It's a different story now
I
for the
think-
Thailand trip. I've used a lot of time, and this last week at least as well, we've just improved a lot, and we scrimmed here for this event. And I think we've become better and better approaching these finals here.
Yep, certainly. Turn it up a level. Where are the Germans, by the way?
Yeah, well, I see they're trying to
Insane,
join
my
here.
boy,
but
hello. They were here just a moment ago before, but now Insane hosted a new call and they can't seem to
now
join.
they're dodging.
They
Okay.
can't.
They're
No,
dodging.
No.
the truth is
I think they're just dodging.
They're dodging.
Yeah.
They're dodging.
Yeah.
They
So
don't
what
want
are they
to.
dodging? Are you
We
kidding
told
me?
them take the interview, but
They
they're
said
like,
it
no,
was
no.
too anticlimactic or whatever, however you
Anticlimactic.
pronounce it.
Because it was
Okay.
3-0? What?
Yeah, like the
They
whole
would never
tournament.
say that. They're
we-
the 2 most
we
humblest
were
people
too
on Earth.
good.
They
What do you
said,
mean?
they said it was too easy. Zayn was like, "Don't pick me B," and the
That-
game
that never happened.
See, Breaky, this is what you don't trust Tanka. The Germans were like if they were here,
Oh, I
they would tell you
know.
this was an honorable game. We fought, we gave it everything we had, and we barely
you go.
managed to squeak through. They were great.
We haven't
competition.
Sania here anyway, so he's speaking for them. So we're
I'll
good.
represent them both.
Okay, thank you. Matthias, by the way, I haven't really got to talk to you yet here. How's it going?
It's okay.
Okay, just okay.
Why did you pick the frog?
Yeah, well, what's to do with Polywog? Where did that come from?
100% win.
I actually didn't want Frog. I wanted Wishler or
Told
Faye.
you. Yeah.
Oh.
What about
I thought it
Riftwalker?
was
Yeah,
short.
exactly.
Yeah, but Frog was better. Tanka, was that your call?
I think it
was
was
near.
near most
okay.
likely. Near
Nobody
most-
really to contest because the captain ain't here.
Holly is hard to do anything about in this game. I mean, they can
Yeah.
gank him, but then they lose the other lanes, and then they free farm the mage pain, and we free farm Sulfuras anyways. So
Yeah.
if they want to invest so much time into Polly, they're gonna
Yeah,
lose.
I would like to shout out for my bloodlust as well.
Yeah. You got a shout out in the game, buddy.
It was Bolivian internet.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
would like
take
to
credit for
shout out,
that.
Magnus obviously lagged. Come on.
shout out to Wartrap on your assist.
You didn't miss a single one. Oh, you missed one.
Yeah, you missed one. Yeah.
Missed one. But
God
you
damn
still
it.
got the kill. You still got the kill. It's okay. No big deal.
It's okay.
All good.
No,
Well,
but in all honesty, big congratulations. Like, you guys stepped up the game, and as Insania pointed out after the game after the series versus Complexity Gaming, like, if I were Sync Esports, I would be so terrified actually going up versus you guys in Thailand. Not to talk about MMR. I'm always saying that word or that team name
MRR, yeah.
wrong, but yeah, MRR and all the
Well,
other dogs and all.
I want to go
Thailand.
into that real quickly because Matthias kind of talked about it a little bit before, and now that you guys have actually won, you're going. So, I mean, obviously this just happened, but MRR, they're the team that, of course, beat you guys at DreamHack there. They are going to be going to the World Finals. Is that the team that you guys are all kind of looking forward to playing the most? Is there any question there? Or?
For me, it is 100%, honestly. Like, I just want the revenge. And I talked to them after the game where they beat us, and I said, okay, maybe see you next year. And now we actually get the chance. So that would mean a lot to me if we, even if in the finals or something. That would be amazing.
Let me tell you why we lost, though.
I know.
I love this. This is the winner's attitude, Chad. If you're watching, listen to Tanka. This is what you should sound like
Here's
after
the
games.
We don't do losing. But if we're gonna lose, it's because our Germans cannot stay up late. They don't have that mentality to stay up late. They're machines from 8 in the morning to 11 in the night, basically. Other than that, they're like bound to go to bed and just sleep. And the games were too
Run out
late.
of batteries.
Remember, it was like 12 o'clock. It's too late for the Germans. They can't handle it.
Oh, boy.
So wait, Tanka, are you blaming Germans?
I don't blame the Germans.
You're blaming. This is like World War One, World War Two. Always blame Germans.
Germans are like the cogwheels. You know, they make us all run perfectly together.
Yeah.
And without them, we're bound to fail.
Yeah, no,
That's-
You know, there's a different time zone in Thailand, so that might
I
become a
wonder,
problem.
yeah, how that's a fair point, because I mean, getting to that aspect, because it is going to be now across the country. You're in a sense going to be a different time zone, obviously. Are you guys, prepared to deal with that? I mean, have you thought about that even?
It doesn't affect you. If you travel to the right, if you travel like to the right of the Earth, it doesn't affect
To
you.
the
It's when
right.
you go back to the left where it actually affects you.
No, I don't know about that.
It's true. I swear to God. I don't know how to freaking put it in English, but I know the Swedish terms and all the freaking facts and stats.
I'm
and
pretty
all
sure
that.
every land that America's
Correct.
lost, they've said it was because of jet lag. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't take Americans too seriously.
Well, okay, so no, but seriously, have you guys thought about the traveling now itself, going to Thailand? I mean, do you know what to expect, or are you guys you're looking forward to what's to come, and are you worried at all that it might affect things, or?
No, I don't think so.
I think we're just all really happy and looking forward to it right now.
Yeah.
And we'll take all that stuff later.
Good censor. Good censor.
Matthias is the adult here. He knows what's up.
Of course. Zane is not here. I wish he was, because I want to talk about that assassin shroud on Behemoth. That was entertaining. It made sense though. It did, because of like the sand wraith and everything. So.
It felt weird that he didn't have anything in his inventory after like
Yeah,
30
that
minutes.
was a
We were
little
just like, what's going on here?
And then all of a
500
sudden-
gold.
You actually asked me like 25 minutes into the game, "Yo, Neo, what's your GPA?" I said 180. Damn it, you're higher.
Actually, the team that we haven't talked about yet, I mean, not that it's their show, I mean, it's your guys' show, of course. You just won the playoffs. But the other team that will be joining you from our region is, of course, Sync Esports. You mentioned MRR is kind of the team that you're looking forward to playing. I mean, Sync, you guys interested in that, or you just kind of figure that they're just going to be another team there or whatever?
I mean,
How
if
does
they make it out
the-
of the group stage, I mean, then we can play them, I guess. But I'm not that scared for them, honestly. I think we're way better right now than we did when we played them in the Hunt Tour season, even. We played a lot better.
They've had a little bit of a break here, so got to wonder how that may
Nah,
affect
they're
things, too.
they're scrimming every day more or less.
Are they?
Yeah,
Okay,
they are.
that's good.
Totally.
Cool. All right, well, looking forward to it, guys. Yeah, we don't know the format and everything just yet as far as like how it's all gonna.
Who are the
look,
casters,
but,
Breaking?
that will be announced later this next week.
Can we take it personal after the stream? Me and you. I want to know who the casters are.
Do you want to cast?
No, it's okay. I'm
Okay,
too
I
good at
mean,
that.
it's yours if you want it. So you can
No.
cast or play. It's up to you. You'd rather play, probably, I assume.
Like, I want a caster that knows me, thinks well of me, so I can, he can talk good about me in the game.
Does,
I think Tanka played very good in
does
these
Insania-
finals.
Yeah, there you have it.
He absolutely. I think Tanka was very good, vital part in ECX success.
all right, so we'll think about it then. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
they weren't the same team without him, as we saw in the Dead Eye Bound. All this stuff.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. No, well, that information and stuff ideally will be coming out this next week here, and we'll kind of go from there. Now that we know obviously all the teams and everything, that's helps it a bit too. So, all right, guys. I think that pretty much covers it though, as far as having fun here and questions and everything. I want to give it the chance to go through here. Unfortunately, the Germans never joined us, but wish them the best of luck, of course, for us. We'll start with you, Tanka Fed. Any shout-outs, any final words you want to say here before wrap up?
To my family, like first of all to my team, of course, but to my family, to my brother, to friends and girlfriend, all that. And who was that? Aiden,
wasn't me.
Snowy, and
Oh, okay.
Also,
shout out to the casters, Breaky, for example.
To Mickey.
Not for example, for the caster, Breaky, and for the viewers, I guess. That was it.
All right, Matthias, what do you got?
My friends, team, Christopher Rosing, Mr. Belmont. That's it.
And a frog.
And
Don't
the
forget
frog.
about a
And
frog.
the frog. Polywalk.
That was fun to watch. Near, what do you got?
Break, you know me. I almost never have anything. So, but shout out to like. My
Well, you
friends, my
sure
team
had
there.
something today.
Near your team.
Okay,
bro.
okay.
Your team.
My team, always
Yeah.
my team. yeah. Also, I think my dad is watching too, so shout out to him.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well,
That's it, Break.
obviously, another big congratulations, guys. Really was a fun event, and man, were you guys dominant in these playoffs. But well deserved, and you guys are going to Thailand here come June. Again, the event dates the 18th and the 19th, so that's now to look forward to. As you know, you guys will be going. So big congratulations once again, and thanks for joining us here in the post-game interview, guys.
Thank you, Breaking.
Thank you, Bricky.
All right. I'm going to end the call here. There we go. Okay. So, we got that out of the way there. Talking to the ECX guys. Getting their take on how they feel. And as expected, and it is always a lot of fun doing those post-game interviews, as joining now by my co-casters here. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just kind of going through there. It's always fun to do these post-game interviews, especially after these, where something pretty significant was on the line here. In this case, of course, the trip to Thailand. It's you can just tell the emotion. They're really excited as they should be, and it's cool. It's cool to hear that, to see that, and looking forward now to seeing ECX, of course, in Thailand there for those World Finals. So always fun doing that. But again, it is a little bit, man. It's 5 o'clock here, and what is it, 23 over in
Yeah, that's right.
Sweden over there, so it's still pretty early considering
I
what
expected
was on the
1
line
a.m.
here.
at
Yeah,
least, but
well, that
Well,
is
you know.
it. That is it. So, all right. Well, I want to start wrapping up here now with us here on the broadcast. So I want to give you guys a chance. Snooey, really appreciate this weekend here. It was fun to have you back co-casting again. Any shout-outs? Anything else you want to say here?
No, my pleasure. I'm glad to be on. Shout out to Evil Corporation, of course, for playing absolutely freaking fantastic this weekend. Well-deserved victory over Complexity Gaming. I wish them the best of luck down in Thailand, as well as, of course, for Sync Esports. I hope that this year we can continue the trend with an European team to win the Thailand Grand or the World Finals.
Insania, thank you once again. Any shout-outs yourself?
Actually got quite a few. I got a shout out number 2, also known as Balthazar. Great teammate. Again, I want to thank BMG for letting me play with them. Shout out to Hackstern and Mickey, who have been helping with some insight and making sure that I'm not wrong about all the stuff that I talk about, try to keep me up to date and stuff. Huge shout out to all the Sync guys. It still feels like your own team when you talk to them, which is really cool. They really welcome you back in. So shout out to Slap, shout out to Sibbe, Kormal. Huge shout out to ECX. I feel like the past 3 years, they've kind of been in this situation where going into the qualifier, they were the team that should have won in a way.
Yeah.
But it's just never come together for them. And now finally, 2 years later, they're able to pull it through. And it's pretty much been the same 5 players. And I think it's very it just shows how important it is to stick together. And now they look like an amazing team, and they've been playing together for a long time, haven't replaced players, just worked on their problems and, worked through it. And I think that's what Tanka was talking about, is why they're so good at so many different things. And, yeah, so I'm really glad for them, and I hope they play well in Thailand. And a huge thank you to the people watching at home. I would never be here casting if it wasn't for you guys, so I'm glad you guys enjoy my casting and allow me to do this.
Please tell
And
me you
thank
got
you to your
Dark
breaking.
Force prepared now. Please tell me you do have it prepared.
I do not. And a thank you to you, Breaky, for giving me the opportunity to come on here and cast. And
Of course.
it's a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I'm able to do it.
Of course. No, it's always good to have the strong insight on. So appreciate both you guys helping out this weekend here on the broadcast, and shout out to all the catches I've had throughout the season, for that matter. Definitely is one of these seasons where obviously kind of transitioned through quite a bit, but has had fun with the different catches throughout. Regroste, Near, of course, What You Got, Formless. I mean, just to name a few right there. So, what was that?
I have to do one more shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to Bryce, also known as Ragost, because I forgot to do it last time.
Okay.
Here you go.
There you go. All right. But yeah, no, shout out to all of them especially, and obviously again a big shout out to ECX. Also shout out to saw some former personnel in the Han chat there earlier. Of course, I assume rooting on their team. Of course, the complexity, both Beef and even Melons over there from the Dota side of complexity. So fun seeing the names like that. Of course, back and visiting at least and seeing what's going on. So again, though, ECX are your champions here of the playoffs. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we don't know. I guess I could put it that way. What the future holds as far as another Han Tour season. There's been no information at this point yet. I don't know myself. I'm not here to announce anything by any means, but I'm here to say it's been fun. This season obviously was another great season. It started back in September. It's gone nearly 8 months here as far as it running throughout, and it's once again been a lot of fun to be doing this here. And casting with you guys and you guys tuning in. I know that our numbers aren't necessarily as big as they've been in the past from a viewer aspect and whatnot, but honestly, we all love this game. You guys are tuning in, I assume, for that reason for the most part, and I'm doing this still for that reason. Anyone that joins me, and the players as well playing it. I mean, just across the board, we don't have to be this popular game that everyone else plays. We can have our own community, and I think that's just fine. And I think that's what we have, and it's been a blast here. And I look forward to more in the future. Again, I want to be very clear on that. I don't want to make this sound like anything more than just simply I'm just, coming to the conclusion of another season here. Because, frankly, I don't know what the future will hold. We'll see. We'll see what it does. As far as the World Finals, we do know that is obviously coming up. And that is on June 18th and the 19th. So until then, we will be going offline here on Honcast unless something comes up in between. Maybe we'll do a podcast. That wouldn't be out of the question. So, in fact, definitely look for something along the lines of that. So, but I do appreciate it as always, guys. Look forward to those World Finals coming up here in that month of June. And again, a big congratulations one more time to Evil Corporation. And really all the teams that grinded throughout these playoffs, Complexity especially. I know it's got to be a tough loss for them. They put a lot of hard work and effort into this event, only to come up just short. But sometimes that's just how it goes. And today, the better team did win, that being ECX. So I look forward to meeting them once again at the World Finals with Sync Esports and all the other teams from around the world. So ladies and gentlemen, until next time, have a good night. We'll see you next time here on Honcast.
He's in love with the girl that